Hi, my name's Jessica and this is my granddad. We've been working together on the computer with our family history.
Hello, I'm Keith. Jessica is going to operate the computer as we look at the family tree programme for storing information about ourselves and our forebears.
Today we're going to show you how to add family history information to your family tree.
To help you get started, Family Tree has a training area where you can practice and learn how to make your entries. Jessica set this up for us earlier. Would you like to demonstrate how this is done, Jessica?
On your browser such as Internet Explorer or Google Chrome, you go to training.familysearch.org. I'll show you how that's done. And then the website asks you to log in with your LDS account, username and password. The first time you do this, be patient because it can take a couple of minutes or so to create the example data for your practice sessions. Subsequently, it's a lot quicker. Here's an example of what you'll see. The surnames may be different on yours, but the first names will be the same as those shown here. There are many types of problems on this example tree. Here it looks like we have a female name, but the husband's position in the family structure. Other problems on here. The gender has been entered wrongly for one child. Here's one with no gender entered. There are duplicate entries for other children. Here are multiple husbands. And there are multiple wives. And multiple parents. You can become familiar with the system and practice correcting these errors before working on your own family's real information. Other videos will show you how to practice correcting any errors, but in this video I'm starting with the basics of how to add family members. A person's father and mother can be added on the pedigree chart, which is shown here. Select Add Husband or Add Wife. Or they can be added by going to the person's details. To do that, click the person's name on the pedigree, then on the summary card, select Person. Scroll down to the Family Members section and click Add Parent. Before adding a new name, I recommend that you check whether the person is already present in the system. If you know that the person is present, make a note of the ID number of the record. This is the ID number, which can be seen on the pedigree chart. And it's here on the details section. Then you can take the option to find by ID number. Otherwise, make sure that the Find Person tab is selected. Enter the information that you know about the person. If you click Advanced Search, you are able to have it search on the exact information. Check the fields where you want to find only the records that match exactly on what has been entered. A basic search shown here takes the information as a guide and will usually find more results. Click Find. In this case, it hasn't found anything. By removing some of the criteria, for example the date, it does a less restrictive search. This time it has found a person of the same name, but the date of birth is 10 years different and the location is a long way from where the family lived. Had the correct person been in the system already, you will click Select at the right of the line. When the required person is not found, click Add to enter a new name. Complete this screen as fully as you can. Ensure that the gender is correct so that the new person is correctly identified as the husband or the wife. Some fields offer choices as you start to type the information. Select the appropriate one. Click Continue when you are happy with the information you have entered. Next, you can add more information on the person's details screen. This can include christening and burial information. Under Other Information, click Add, and it displays a list with all the types of standard information that you can enter about this person. Further down the screen, there are headings for sources, discussions, and notes. At the top, you can add a life sketch. This could be a general description of the person and the life they led. In fact, anything else that you wish to have remembered about them. Back on the pedigree chart. This is the alternative method of adding a parent. Click Add Wife. It calls up similar screens to those seen already. One difference is that you cannot change the gender, since you have specified that you are adding the person as a wife. Check to see if she is in the system already. In this case, she isn't found, so add her. Enter the information you know. You are returned to the pedigree screen. Go to the details screen and you can now see the couple and the child to whom you added the father and the mother. To add another child, click the Add Child link. Go through the same procedure as before, checking whether the person is present in the system already, before adding another record. At the top of the Family Members section, there is an option to add an additional spouse for another marriage and a new family. Since, in this instance, you are on the wife's details screen and you are adding another spouse, that person can only be male. If you want to add a person and not create a link immediately to a family, you can do that from the menu on the opening screen. As before, I recommend that you check whether the person is in the system already. Click the Find button, enter what you know and do a search. To add a new person, click on the down arrow next to Tree or Person. At the bottom of either menu, select Create Unconnected Person. When you enter someone who is deceased, that record can be seen by anyone. When you enter someone who is living, only you can see that record. Even so, if you want to search for a living person, you can only do that by searching on the 7-digit ID.
Thank you, Jessica, for that comprehensive run-through for adding new names to the family tree. It seems complicated at first, but taking it step by step makes it a lot easier to understand.
I'm glad I was able to help. How have you been getting on with your research for our family?
I've got some new names to enter. Perhaps we could do those together.
Yes, let's do that. It's going to be fun getting them onto our family tree.
What about you? Isn't it time that you make some progress with your family tree? Unless you already are, of course. I think they put them. Well, I guess it'd be like sweet and salt.